AI tools slow down experienced developers, study finds. Picture this: veteran coders eagerly embracing AI to supercharge their work, only to discover it's making them slower. That's the jaw-dropping reality uncovered by new research that challenges everything we've been told about AI productivity. In a modern twist on The Tortoise and the Hare, experienced software engineers participated in an experiment expecting AI tools to accelerate their workflow like the speedy hare. But here's the shocker: they actually became 19% slower when using AI compared to working without it. If this were a race, the old-school tortoise method would have won. The study authors themselves were stunned by this outcome. Researchers Joel Becker and Nate Rush from nonprofit tech organization METR set up a fascinating test. 16 developers averaging 5 years' experience completed 246 real-world coding tasks. Half used AI assistants, mostly Cursor Pro or Claude 3.5-3.7 Sonnet, while half worked traditionally. These weren't artificial exercises, they were actual project components the developers were actively building. Now here's what's really controversial. Despite confidently predicting a 24% time savings when using AI, developers instead saw their task completion time balloon by nearly 1/5. One participant, Philip Burkhart, reflected, "While I want to believe AI helped, it might not have helped as much as I expected, or maybe even hampered me." Can you imagine investing in tools that backfire like this? So why did AI become a productivity sinkhole? Let me break it down simply. 1. Context gaps. Veteran developers possess deep understanding of their projects that AI lacks, forcing them to spend hours retrofitting AI outputs to fit their specific needs. 2. Debugging nightmares. Even impressive AI-generated code often required extensive cleanup to meet project standards. 3. Prompt engineering limbo. Developers lost precious time crafting instructions and waiting for AI responses. This creates a massive contradiction to those flashy headlines promising AI will turbocharge our economy. I'm talking about predictions like a 15% GDP boost by 2035 or 25% productivity jumps. But here's what most people miss: Rush and Becker caution against overinterpreting their study. The sample was small, involved developers new to AI, and captures just one moment in rapidly evolving tech. Their real message? We need rigorous data before reshaping workplaces around AI. The plot thickens when economists weigh in. University of Chicago's Anders Humlum notes his Denmark study found only 3% productivity gains among AI users. Nobel laureate Darren Acemoglu warns that only 4.6% of US economic tasks can actually be enhanced by AI. His blunt take? In a rush to automate everything, businesses waste time and won't get promised benefits. This brings us to the million-dollar question: should we really be forcing AI on skilled professionals? Humlum argues that experienced workers' hard-earned expertise might be more valuable than any AI output. As he puts it, many experts have accumulated highly beneficial experience. We shouldn't ignore that. So what's your take? Have you experienced AI slowing you down at work? Or do you think these findings are just growing pains for a transformative technology? Jump into the comments and argue your viewpoint. Let's settle whether AI is truly a productivity partner or a digital anchor. AI's impact on tech jobs, efficiency or job cuts. The rise of artificial intelligence, AI, has sparked a heated debate in the tech industry, particularly regarding its impact on job security for software engineers. While headlines often highlight the staggering investments in AI startups and the lucrative salaries offered to AI professionals, a recent study from a lesser-known research nonprofit has raised eyebrows by revealing a surprising trend: AI may actually be slowing down software engineers rather than enhancing their productivity. According to the report from METR, a nonprofit organization dedicated to assessing AI models, developers using AI tools are taking 19% longer to resolve coding issues. This finding contradicts the common belief among developers and industry experts that AI would significantly boost their efficiency. In fact, developers initially anticipated a 24% increase in speed, Yet even after experiencing the slowdown, they mistakenly believed that AI had improved their performance by 20%. This discrepancy between expectation and reality serves as a crucial reminder of the limitations of current AI technology, especially in the realm of coding, which is often touted as one of the most promising applications of AI. Over the past year, the competition among AI startups focused on code generation has intensified, leading to a flurry of high-stakes acquisitions and funding rounds. For instance, Windsurf, an AI coding company, was recently acquired by Cognition after a deal with OpenAI fell through, while Google secured a $2.4 billion licensing agreement with Windsurf's CEO. Additionally, Cursor, another player in AI code generation, achieved a valuation of $10 billion during a funding round that raised $900 million. The concept of vibe coding, a coding style that relies entirely on AI, has entered the tech vocabulary, and discussions about the future of programming jobs are rampant across various online platforms. Despite the buzz surrounding AI, the demand for AI talent remains high, with companies like Meta offering substantial salaries to attract skilled professionals. LinkedIn has identified AI engineer as the fastest-growing job title among recent graduates, with related positions such as data center technician and system engineer also gaining traction. However, this AI-driven gold rush coincides with a notable decline in job openings for software developers, which recently hit a 5-year low. This raises important questions about the role of AI in this downturn. Microsoft, one of the most prominent companies announcing significant layoffs, has reported that up to 30% of its code is now generated by AI. In a recent layoff round in Washington, software engineering positions accounted for over 40% of the 2,000 jobs cut. While AI's ability to write code is evident, the extent to which it poses a direct threat to coding jobs in the near future remains uncertain. A recent study from MIT highlighted numerous challenges that AI must overcome before it can fully replace software engineers. The researchers pointed out that AI struggles with developing code at scale and managing complex logic, indicating that while progress has been made, there is still a long way to go before AI can fulfill its potential in this area. Experts suggest that the current challenges in the job market for coders may be more closely linked to broader economic factors rather than a direct result of AI advancements. Heather Dossay, a partner at Signal Fire, noted that companies are downsizing not solely due to AI, but in response to market demands and the need to manage operating costs. This has led to a trend where businesses are seeking to maintain efficiency while hiring fewer employees. Despite the limitations of AI, many software engineers are feeling anxious about their job security. A popular website tracking tech layoffs indicates that the rate of job separations has increased over the past 3 quarters, following a period of steady declines. On platforms like Blind, an anonymous forum for tech workers, discussions about AI's impact on coding jobs are prevalent, with many expressing skepticism about whether AI is genuinely replacing jobs or if this narrative is being used as a justification for workforce reductions. Gareth Patterson, a 25-year-old engineer from New York City, shared his experience of transitioning from sales to engineering through a rigorous self-study program that required significant sacrifices in his personal life. He acknowledges that the rewards of his new role, including a comfortable salary, have been worth the effort. However, he empathizes with those entering the field today, noting that the expectations for engineers have risen dramatically, making it a daunting landscape for newcomers. A senior software engineer at a tax and auditing firm echoed this sentiment, stating that only the top talent is being hired, which can be intimidating for many. In conclusion, while AI continues to evolve and make strides in the tech industry, its impact on job security for software engineers remains a complex and contentious issue. As the landscape shifts, it will be interesting to see how these dynamics play out and whether AI will ultimately enhance or hinder the careers of those in the coding profession. What are your thoughts on the future of coding jobs in the age of AI? Do you believe that AI will replace programmers, or is this merely a narrative used to justify layoffs? Share your opinions in the comments. AI coding tools, are they slowing developers down? Imagine believing that AI is revolutionizing software development, making coding faster, easier, and more efficient, only to discover that it might actually be slowing things down. But here's where it gets controversial. A new field study challenges the common assumption that AI coding tools speed up developers' work. In fact, experienced programmers using advanced AI assistants took nearly a fifth longer to complete their tasks than those working without AI support. Recently, researchers from METR, https://metro.org, conducted a rigorous randomized controlled trial, RCT, to test how AI tools truly affect developer productivity in real-world scenarios. Instead of relying on artificial benchmarks or trivial tasks, they enlisted seasoned open-source developers to tackle genuine issues within extensive, mature code bases. These were not small toy projects. The repositories included enormous collections of code, each exceeding 1.1 million lines, tested and refined over years. 16 professional developers, boasting an average of 5 years' experience on the specific projects they worked on, participated in the study. Across 246 distinct tasks, each programmer was randomly assigned either to AI-assisted sessions or to work entirely without AI help. Those using AI tools relied on Cursor Pro, an integrated code editor powered by Claude models, versions 3.5 and 3.7 Sonnet. Meanwhile, the control group was explicitly restricted from accessing any AI capabilities. The researchers measured a range of outcomes: how long it took to finish a task, the quality of the code produced, and subjective perceptions from both the developers and independent experts. Intriguingly, both participants and outside observers initially predicted that AI assistants would speed up development by about 40%. But the actual results told a different story. Developers using AI took on average 19% more time to complete their coding challenges. Why the slowdown? Detailed analysis of over 140 hours of screen recordings revealed that working with AI introduces subtle, often unnoticed frictions. For instance, developers spent additional time crafting precise prompts, scrutinizing AI-generated suggestions, and carefully integrating those outputs into complex, unfamiliar code bases. Despite the initial promise of AI-generated code snippets, these extra steps ended up offsetting any potential speed advantages. The study identified 5 key factors behind this drag on productivity. This phenomenon has been coined a perception gap. Essentially, the hassle that AI tools add is not always obvious in the moment. Developers feel like they're progressing faster, but when measured rigorously, the cumulative effect is slower real-world performance. This disconnect between how AI's impact is felt versus how it actually plays out carries significant implications for the future of AI-assisted coding. However, it's important to note that the authors warn against overgeneralizing these findings. The unique context of the experiment, professional coders working within massive, complex open-source projects under strict review demands, combined with a 2-hour time limit per task and a single AI toolchain, means results might differ elsewhere. Different environments, longer work periods, or other AI interfaces could yield different outcomes. The researchers also remain optimistic. They emphasize that future improvements in AI prompting strategies, enhanced support through multi-agent systems, and specialized tuning for specific coding domains have the potential to mitigate the challenges observed here. As AI technology continues to evolve at a rapid pace, this study should be viewed not as a final verdict on the utility of AI coding assistants, but rather as a crucial data point highlighting the importance of careful, real-world testing. So, what do you think? Could AI tools eventually become the indispensable coding partners we hope for, or are we overlooking fundamental hurdles that may keep them from fulfilling that promise? Share your thoughts and experiences. Do you agree with the study's findings, or have you seen AI boost your productivity? It's an open conversation, and the future of AI-assisted programming depends on it.